Hey guys, so this is a learning object for Khan Academy. It's walking you through steps on how to use Khan Academy from a teacher perspective and also how the students might see the work that we're doing. So this is what I'm seeing when I come to Khan Academy from the portal or when I log into my account. I've already created my periods 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for my algebra class. I renamed them so that they would be up at the top so I didn't have to see the other ones that the school has created for me. I just took the ones that the school already created that had my students already in it and I renamed it. So all of these are just when I get a new student, it might populate it again. But I still have them log into my own account. So you can create your own class by clicking up here, add a new class, and you can enter the class name here. I'm going to type in an example. So I'll just keep it as example for now. You can also import from Google Classroom. I'm going to click next. You can choose whatever you want here, math, science, engineering, and so on. I'm going to stick with Algebra 1 because that's what I know. Or you can skip it. So I'm going to push next. You can also add SAT practice tools if maybe you are a support facilitator or someone who is preparing kids specifically for the SAT. So you can add SAT. I'm going to go ahead and skip that for now. You can add students through Google Classroom. You can create students account, or this is what I'm going to do for you guys right here. We're going to join with a class link. So you can have them click on this link, you can copy it, or you can have them right here. Sorry. If you go right here and you copy that code, I'm going to show you guys where we can add that in just a minute. You can also print instructions, which would be, if you print this out, you can give one of these to your students and you can put your class code in next to number 2. So I'm going to click next and we're going to explore a little bit. So that we can see it from the student perspective, I'm going to click on my name up here at the top and I'm going to go to Learning Home. That's so that we can see it from the student perspective. Not necessarily your class because you can use this to learn as well. I'm going to go, we look through all of these. The ones that we're going to see the most are Home, which we're going to see a little preview of the assignments they have. We can go to Assignments, and we would see any upcoming assignments, or if they've already passed due, we can click on Past, and any past due assignments would be right there. So these are all ones that I was actually testing my 4th period. So those are all from my 4th period. The other one that they're going to want to use when they first get in is coaches. So if they are not showing up in your system, then you go to join a class. You can also add a coach. So this is where if you were a support facilitator, instead of having an entire class that you would join, you would just add a coach and you would be able to track your students' progress. So under join a class, we're going to type in that code that Khan Academy gave us before. I'm going to push join the class. So now my name popped up here. I can remove it, but that means now whatever I do in the class, the assignments will be assigned to me. So let's go in search, and I'm just going to search quadratics. And if you go, this first one is a video, so it always has next to it what it actually is. So the video, I don't necessarily want to assign that. You can if you want to. This one's a video, this one's a video. This looks like it is practice, so let's click on that. Okay, so this one is a practice. This one is telling us to do 4 problems. And so if I really like this, then I'm going to go up here, assign to, I'm not going to assign to period 1, I'm going to assign to my example class that we just created. I'm going to assign to all students, which would just be the one, which is me. Doing different questions, you can also do the same, due by Friday, February 3rd, sure. You can either save it or assign it. So you have assigned to 1 student. Let's say that I didn't remember if I assigned it or not. If I try to assign again, it will pop up saying that I've already created the assignment for these students. So it does not populate twice. So now if I go back to my learning home, so the student view, I can see in assignments that I have this one assignment I need to do, and I can go ahead and start it. So I'm just going to go through and pick random questions. So watch a video or use a hint. The first thing that pops up is the video. And then they normally can try a hint. So right here it tells us that there are 3 hints. We can look at all 3. And then it tells us what the answer is. So I'm going to choose that one and check it again, and now I got it. Next question. And I could go through the entire thing, but I don't want to right now. So even though I got one question, so technically I have a 0% on it, it still, because I didn't complete it, it still says start right here. So from the teacher perspective, if you click on Khan Academy up in the top corner, or the top middle, then that'll bring you back home. It should bring you back home. All right, there we go. And then example, we're going to go to our example class, and assignments. You can see 1 student, 1 assignment, and that 1 student has not finished that assignment yet. Okay, you can see the progress by skill. You can go through each skill, or if you go to the student, you can see how many students tried how many of the mission. The mission is completing the entire Algebra 1 practice course. Activity, it says how much time I was active and what I worked on. Roster tells me my username, and then I can also edit the display name here. So if you want your students by last name, first name, they can also change that in their own settings as well. And then through settings, you can change the course, and probably the one I use the most often, I can download the CSV. So that's going to be putting it into Excel and being able to manipulate the scores from there. All right, I hope this all helped.